Hello, I'm Dylan,
And I'm Keon.
and this is Triple Play, that podcast with a crossover that's better than Batman v Superman. Because this month we watched Hercules and the Arabian Night,
Written by Bill Motz and Bob Roth.
directed by Phil Weinstein.
And aired on February 10th, 1999.
Yeah, I think that was after the Aladdin TV show ended, at least based on the snarky Wikipedia comments at the bottom of the page.
What?
Yeah, there's like a whole section on the Wikipedia page just dedicated to trying to explain why Jafar only now shows up in the underworld, even though there was an entire TV show and another TV movie after Return of Jafar when he died, and now, and, you know, between then and now.
Nice.
So it was trying to explain why it took Jafar so long to show up there.
To cross the river Styx. To cross also the Mediterranean to get to Greece. I was going to say Aladdin takes place in Egypt, but that's probably not true.
Probably not true at all.
The original story from the Arabian Nights, which this is not based off in any way, actually takes place in China. But yeah, something tells me the movie doesn't take place in China.
Yeah, I don't know what gives you that feeling. Yeah.
Probably because it takes place far in the future and China doesn't exist anymore.
Unless you buy into the Expanse universe, where China becomes a major player in the UN, or the Firefly universe, where China basically takes over the world in the future because everybody only speaks Chinese and English.
Yeah, Firefly is an overrated show. Just gotta bring that up anytime somebody mentions it.
Every time someone mentions Firefly?
Yeah, even if they're talking about the bug. I'll just be that jerk bringing up the TV show.
Then they'll be like, there's a TV show, I was talking about these fireflies.
Yeah, and then
outside.
I'll tell them to watch it, so then they won't watch it.
Reverse psychology them?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is getting really complex.
Anyway, Aladdin and the Arabian Night is an episode of the Hercules in the Arabian Night. Might as well be Aladdin. Actually, no, it mostly stars.
No, yeah, it actually was mostly Hercules
mostly
in this
Hercules
episode.
Yeah, so it's an episode of the Hercules TV show.
I feel like I watched when I was younger.
Yeah, I was never into Disney Channel as a kid, oddly enough, but something tells me, or I felt like I'd watched this show because the theme song seemed really familiar to me.
Yeah. It's also kind of directly ripped from one of the songs in the movie. But I also recognized Icarus, who I'm pretty certain didn't show up in the movie, so...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he didn't show up in the movie either. I don't think there are any... I think that's the only Hercules movie is Hercules.
Yeah, well, I don't know, with Disney's, whatchamacallit, desire to make direct-to-DVD sequels.
Oh no, Hercules Zero to Hero. The pilot direct-to-video episode, which might be movie length. We'll find out right now.
Yeah, it's a television film.
Yeah, alright, so there was one. 70 minutes. Nice.
Yeah, see? Films.
Yeah.
Hercules and Hercules Zero to Hero.
It's kind of that subtitle is kind of what the original one was too.
It's kind of like what this entire TV show seems to be.
Yeah, so kind of like Aladdin, where they just undo all the character development every movie. Just go through the same motions every single time.
I mean, they also apparently deleted Meg from this episode because she just doesn't show up, even though she was like a pivotal character in the movie.
Probably because she's a garbage character, if there ever was one.
She gets her whole own song about saying she's not in love. How could you not love that? I don't remember that, thankfully.
Yeah, well, at least we get James Woods back, I think.
Yeah.
Sounded like him, at least.
As far as I could tell, Hades, Hercules, Aladdin, and Jasmine were all the original voice actors. Not
I don't remember
the pig centaur guy, though.
Phil?
Yeah, Phil. Because I'm pretty sure he was Danny DeVito in the movie. And it's not Danny DeVito in the TV show. Apparently, it's a voice actor who doubles voice-wise for Danny DeVito in basically everything. So
and appearance-wise, too, surprisingly. No.
I actually don't know if that's true at all. It's
but
not a picture of him on his Wikipedia page, so
Yeah, I didn't remember what Hercules sounded like, and I didn't bother looking up whether it was the same guy. Because it honestly doesn't matter, because we're never going to watch Hercules for this, because there's only two movies.
Thankfully.
Unless we watch, like, the 1950s 4-hour version, which has nothing to do with the Disney versions.
Isn't there a version with Arnold Schwarzenegger too?
I don't know.
Or is that Conan?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Anyway, we should probably actually get to the episode. Apparently it's like episode 44 or something
of season 1.
So yeah, just thrown kind of in there.
Yeah, so basically Jafar is dead, and he's like, yo, Hades, I can kill Hercules for you if you kill Aladdin.
Yeah, they waste some time getting to that point, but yeah, it's basically what it is. Weirdly enough, this felt a lot longer than the 21 minutes or however long it was. Normally, cartoons like this, Saturday morning cartoons, I guess, although, I was going to say, unfortunately, Saturday morning cartoons don't exist anymore, but I don't know if it's unfortunate or not. Yeah, this felt surprisingly lengthy and not rushed. Because I've been watching some of the X-Men animated series after we watched the episode for it for this a couple months ago, and like all, I guess, cartoons from that era, just feels really fast. Like, really fast. Another thing that makes cartoons like this feel fast is it's never silent. Like, the soundtrack is never silent. There's always just something blaring in the background.
Yeah, but I'm okay with that.
It's kind of annoying to me.
I mean, I'm okay with that if it's not blaring in the sense that it's making you go deaf, and it's like overwhelmingly loud. If it's just quiet background music, whatever, you know.
Yeah, I don't like how it doesn't like ever stop. It's like they just think that kids will just flip the channel as if the music stops, which I don't think is true.
Well, I mean, I don't know if this is true at all. I'm just making this up as I go, but don't kids like have a shorter attention span?
Yeah, there's something like, I mean, I guess it's now different because most kids stream.
YouTubes. Gotta dab on them haters.
I have two nephews who are like 11 and like 4, I think, and yeah, they watch cartoons completely differently than how I used to. And I'm just gonna say that my way was better. So, yeah, but there's this thing like, if you don't catch the kids' attention in the first 5 seconds, you're basically screwed. Like, that first 5 seconds of the theme song or however you start the show is like, that's all you got.
It's kind of related to, and I'm forgetting the name now, but some guy on an internet forum had this theorem where like the first 15% of any video is just irrelevant and you can just skip it.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, some guy on an internet forum.
Yeah. But
really reputable.
I know, but when you actually get down to it, like the first 15% of almost any video is just them introducing themselves and saying, hey, like this video, and you just
video is in like,
well, so I was gonna say it's like
what modern YouTube videos have turned into.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of related though, because it's like the first 15% of the video is trying to catch your attention and just not related to the plot at all.
Yeah,
usually.
well, I don't watch YouTube garbage because it's garbage, and normally I do watch garbage, but
this podcast goes up on YouTube.
I don't watch it though on YouTube. I don't watch it at all because there's not really much to watch. I listen to it because
there was that grand experiment we tried that one time of filming our episodes. That lasted all of 2 episodes.
Yeah. Anyway, Hades decides to kill Aladdin, and Jafar decides to kill Hercules. What could possibly go right?
Nothing. They fail. Completely fail. Jafar. Well, so Hades enchants Jafar's staff so that whenever he's holding it, he's alive again. Even though that rule is completely broken later in this episode when Aladdin takes the staff away from Jafar and nothing happens.
Yeah, we didn't mention that all the characters look horribly off-model and different than how they look in the show. And never consistent throughout the episode either.
They're like the crappy knockoff versions. Aladdin and Jafu.
Oh yeah, I also didn't mention, which I don't know why I would have mentioned this yet, but Abu, the monkey, sounds like Donald Duck in this.
Yeah. They really play up the fact that Abu can kind of talk but not talk in this, even though in the movies he's made annoying sounds that vaguely sounded like sentences.
Yeah, I didn't remember him saying actual words in the movie.
Well, he does now, so deal with it. He probably does in the TV show too, to be honest.
Probably.
Because the more talking characters there are, the better. Plus, after they killed off Iago in, the second movie, they needed a talking animal to spice it up,
Sure. Yeah, I really liked Pain and Panic in this. Hades' henchmen. They were pretty cool.
I mean, they're pretty funny.
I don't
just
really
as characters.
Yeah, I don't really remember particularly liking them or paying attention to them in the movie. I haven't watched the movie in years, but yeah, they're pretty cool in this.
Yeah, I haven't watched the movie in years either, but I remember playing a dumb Disney computer game, like 2003, that had Hercules in it, and Pain and Panic.
Yeah, that was almost yesterday.
It was basically yesterday. Anyway, so the plan fails, and then they're like, we'll just get them to fight each other in a...
they kind of waste half the episode just doing stuff, and then they come back and like, well, that was a complete disaster. Let's just get them to kill each other.
Yeah, in a Captain America Civil War / Batman v Superman twist, they pit the heroes against each other.
Whoa.
And it goes about as well as it does in both of those movies, which is to say, at the end of the movie, they realize they shouldn't really be fighting at all.
Yeah, so basically what happens is Jafar tells Hercules that Aladdin kidnapped his friend Icarus.
Yeah, because Icarus is his best friend and not, I don't know, Pegasus or Phil.
Well, apparently, I guess the TV show, this episode and the TV show like as a whole, take place in the training montage of the movie. There's that training montage in the movie, right? And it's supposed to be like 5 years or whatever. Yeah. Apparently that's when this takes place, right?
Okay. I guess, because they were training at the beginning of this.
It's still skinny wimp Hercules, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's
still stronger than, like, everyone else. So, yeah, apparently he has this friend in town named Icarus who has lightning bolts for hair. And... Yeah, Icarus was the guy who flew too close to the sun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Daedalus'
his dad.
son.
Yeah.
But in this, he's kind of a strange dude because he has that hair and like one of his eyes is all bloodshot, and everything he says like this.
Ay.
Yeah, so he gets kidnapped and taken to Agrabah.
Icarus was just a disaster. Abu gets kidnapped because apparently Abu is Aladdin's best friend and not...
that one is actually
that
true.
Makes sense, but also his wife, Jasmine, or the genie and the lamb.
No, Abu was with him for the entire time that he was a poor street rat. It doesn't. You don't really beat that.
Know.
No, as far as we know, but like he knew Aladdin before anyone else. You don't really beat that.
I mean, yeah, but...
Every other character he met in the movie and spent like 5 minutes with, if you think about it.
Anyway, so they fight each other, and, it's Aladdin isn't strong, but he's smart. But Hercules isn't smart, he's strong.
Yeah, direct contradiction to the movies where Aladdin isn't smart at all.
Maybe he asked Genie to, buff him up a bit, brain-wise. Get that pill from Limitless. Popping pills every day unlocks his mental capabilities.
Yeah, gotta be real genius tier to drive Hercules into a falling apart old building.
Yeah, well, Genie only shows up for 10 seconds to punch a dude, Jafar, and that doesn't make any sense, because, they kind of have to write Genie out because Aladdin doesn't just immediately use Genie to beat Hercules up in 10 seconds.
Hey, Genie, I wish all my problems were gone.
Forever. Foolproof.
Yeah, now that the Genie's free, he can basically do whatever he wants, probably.
And yet he still lives in the lamp for some reason. Even though in the first movie it makes it out like he hates living in the lamp.
Yeah. Freaking Genie.
This is also after the third Aladdin movie, when Genie's just dicking around the palace, so...
Anyway, they finally realize that they were wrong to fight each other.
Wow.
And they go back to Greece or wherever Hercules.
Well, so they make a huge logical leap with like, must be Hades and Jafar doing all of this nonsense.
Well, I forget how they realize it was Hercules realizes it was Hades, but that one kind of made sense. I seem to remember. But then Aladdin goes, Jafar must be in on this too, or something like that. I'm just like, why?
Yeah, why?
Anyway, they make it back to the underworld and beat the crap out of Hades and Jafar.
Yeah, apparently Hercules just has a direct portal to the underworld.
Just right across the river Styx. Right outside of town.
But wasn't it like a huge thing in the movie that he had
so.
to like make a deal with Hades to dive into the river to save Meg?
Yeah, also had to get by Cerberus, who doesn't appear in this at all. Well, I think actually Cerberus is just a puppy at this point. So I guess that makes sense.
Kind of have to wonder why, though, Hades is trying so hard to kill Hercules when really at this point in the movie, I guess Hercules hasn't really done all that much to piss Hades off. As far as I remember.
Yeah, wasn't there
if this is in the training montage.
Yeah, I don't remember the movie that well, but I seem to remember there being something, actually driving the plot that wasn't just, hey, I hated Hercules forever and I still want to kill him, and this is where we're picking up in the movie.
They should have called the sequel Hercules Hero to Zero, and they just come up with some contrived reason to make Hercules skinny again. Anyway, this isn't a Hercules podcast.
Yeah, apparently it's an Aladdin podcast.
Apparently.
We can turn it into an Aladdin podcast. Not sure what we talk about from now until...
Yeah, well, the episode's basically over now, because they...
Yeah, because they win, and they go their separate ways, and they're like, you're always going to be welcome in Agrabah, and Hercules is like, you guys are always going to be welcome here in Greece. I think it's in Athens.
I think it's Athens. But it's not like Hercules has that power to make that decision. I mean, to the guy who rules Athens, Hercules is just a guy.
He's a demigod. I'm sure he has some. So, well, they don't know that. And, he pretty much doesn't have that ability.
Also, Aladdin's like, you're going to be a great hero, Hercules. Hercules is like, wow, thanks, Aladdin.
Happens. He was right. I mean, if you consider Hercules a great hero in Hercules.
Yeah.
And it kind of just ends. Yeah.
Yeah, it just ends.
Well, it doesn't really just end. They resolve the conflict.
Yeah, but then it just ends.
Yeah, then it just ends. Everything just ends.
Yeah,
but
I guess.
Normally when you say just ends, it's like means it was unsatisfying, which this wasn't. They kind of resolve everything.
We skipped a whole chase through Agrabah where Aladdin was on his carpet and Hercules was on Pegasus.
Yeah.
But
that was part of the fight, so...
Yeah, that was basically the entirety of the fight, actually.
Yeah.
And then Aladdin decides to have Hercules just beat up a building, and the building falls on him.
Yeah, that's how he stops Hercules or whatever. But overall I liked this probably more than the second and third Aladdin movies, because it didn't overstay its welcome, and it had that Hercules...
Kind of understayed its welcome, to be honest.
I felt it was like 21 minutes, I think. And like I said before, it felt a lot longer than that. Mm-hmm. But it didn't ever feel boring because it had the Hercules characters, had the Aladdin characters. Pretty entertaining overall.
Half the episode failing though before they came up with the Aladdin versus Hercules plot. They should have just called this Hercules versus Aladdin and made that the entire plot of the episode.
Should have just called this Hercules, taken out Aladdin and all the Aladdin related things.
Then it would just be Hercules episodes 1 through 43 plus episodes 45 onwards.
Yeah, exactly.
We should have just watched one of those episodes for the show. Completely unrelated.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that one of these days when we get to the really obscure trilogies like years from now where there's no expanded content.
Yeah, it'll be like decades from now. We've got lots of trilogies to get through until then.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this too, I guess. Probably also better than the second and third movies. Second and third movies were just...
Yeah, not going to make me go back and watch this show like X-Men made me go back and watch X-Men.
I mean, would anything get you to watch the Hercules TV show? Really?
I mean, maybe I'll watch it eventually. Maybe one day I'll just be like, you know what I really want to watch right now? Hercules, the animated series.
Wow, I don't know how far to do that.
Not far. Pretty much almost already there.
You're 90% of the way there, and that's that. Man, I really don't have anything else to say about this. It's just kind of an anomaly in the Hercules canon, if you think about it. Not that Hercules has a canon, but especially since, as Wikipedia points out, Aladdin and Hercules would logically take place thousands of years apart.
Yeah, because Aladdin takes place far in the future, and Hercules doesn't take place on Earth.
Would you think, think Hercules takes place on Mondaz, Earth's evil clone?
Yeah, sure, let's go with that. I'm sure that theory has never been spread or put out there, but we'll just put it out there now for all 0 people listening to this.
I mean, do we have proof?
No.
Oh, okay. To be a legitimate fan theory, you have to have proof.
No.
It's r/shitty fan theories. Remember that fan theory you made that The Matrix was just a sequel to Back to the Future? And the architect was Doc?
Yeah, I do remember that now that you bring it up.
I remember someone commenting something along the lines of, I come here for shitty fan theories, not mildly plausible ones.
Yeah. Reddit, garbage website. But, yeah.
It's entertaining, though.
Yeah, most garbage is entertaining.
That's
why I usually spend time looking at my trash can. Anyway, I think we're out of things to say.
Your trash can, much where this episode belongs. This episode of the podcast, not the TV show.
Well, anyway.
Debatable. You can email us at thedoctor@decorativevegetable.com. Questions, comments, concerns, increments, love letters, your thoughts on Hercules versus Aladdin. Next
versus
month,
Batman. Versus Superman.
Versus Iron Man versus Captain America.
Versus the Avengers. Versus... I don't know what else Marvel is crapping out these days, / Disney. So, Thor, Ragnarok. Yeah, that movie's gonna be great.
I'm like the only person in my friend group who thinks it might actually be garbage. Everyone's like, I'm so excited. I'm like, it's gonna be garbage. But maybe it'll be good. I don't know.
No.
I don't know anymore. Next month, we'll have something hopefully more interesting than this. We've already watched it, so I can definitively say it will be more interesting.
More interesting, but better is another question. No, it is.
It is better.
It is, like, undebatably better.
So you can find us on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Google Play, all at Triple Play. Leave a rating if you like the show.
Check us out on Facebook, Trust Your Doctor, since we're now updating on the Trust Your Doctor account. If you don't know...
Yeah, we never mentioned that in the episode.
Yeah, well...
We're doing it now.
Trust Your Doctor is our other podcast, which is about Doctor Who. I'm guessing nobody listening to this doesn't know what that is. Also check us out on Twitter, at TYD Podcast, and follow us on Twitter. Next month, we're watching Alien. But until then, the end.